Hey, how you doing today? I am Tequila Coleman. In today's video, we're going to talk about signs of an attempted destiny transfer. When we talk about destiny transfer attempt, what this simply means is the enemy is attempting to transfer your destiny onto the individual, right? And as a result of them trying to attempt a destiny transfer, right? So when the enemy try to steal your destiny, you get their life, right? So it's basically an exchange of one another's lives, okay? And so we already know the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So you are in whenever you are in the middle of a destiny transfer attempt, like if you are coming up under this spiritual warfare, the enemy is going to try to take you out of here. Okay, I'm speaking from experience. The enemy's goal is to get you out of the picture. So they're going to be doing demonic rituals. Okay, they're going to be sending spells your way, curses your way, right? Just trying to take you all the way up out of here because again, this enemy, and it's usually the counterfeit, is trying to steal or transfer your destiny onto them, right? So they got to get you out of the picture so that they can be successful in their attempt, right? So some of the signs, that'll let you know the enemy is attempting a destiny transfer. So let me just say this: if your spouse is involved, knowingly or unknowingly, with this destiny transfer attempt, soon as the enemy attempt to transfer your destiny, the Lord is going to put you and your spouse in a divine separation. Okay, it may look like your spouse suddenly ghosted you out of nowhere. It may look like your spouse, disappeared on you or rejected you and now off with the counterfeit, right? But I need you to understand, because whenever the enemy is at the altar attempting to transfer your destiny onto the enemy, they're now messing with God's original plan. The enemy is now trying to come in between what God wants, right? God ordained these two individuals to be together. So if a counterfeit, a evildoer, a witch or a warlock is at this altar trying to tamper with it, trying to transfer, or swap out spouses, right? They're coming up under God's wrath. Okay, generational curses, is now in play here. Everyone who's involved in this destiny transfer attempt, knowingly or unknowingly, has now cursed their life. They cursed their own marriage. They cursed their finances. Sickness is gonna come upon them. I mean, like they're gonna reap all Deuteronomy 28 curses for disobedience. Okay, just because of them trying to interfere with the plans of God. Okay, so you will see immediate divine separation. God is going to immediately put you and your spouse in a divine separation. And that is because, we're dealing with witchcraft here. It is because your spouse has come up under God's wrath. That's God's anger. That's his punishment. That's his vengeance. Okay. So you will see that. Another sign that'll let that there's a destiny transfer attempt is that all hell is going to start breaking loose in your life. So if you have like upcoming opportunities and the enemy know about it, they're going to be sabotaged. Okay. Your name is going to be slandered, and as a result of the enemy slandering your name, you're going to lose out on some of these opportunities. You're going to be hit with heavy rejection. So, because the enemy would target the people around you, right? The enemy monitor their victim, right? They will monitor you, and they will see, who you're connected with. They will see where you're working at, right? And they will start, sending these, spears of rejection, um, towards your life and the people around you. And then next thing you know, the people who you talk to every day, your co-workers, are now rejecting you. Now no one wants to be around you, right? And that has everything to do with the enemy and what they're doing behind the scenes. That's that spiritual manipulation. Um, appliances in your house will begin to break down. Furniture will start breaking down. You might, in your home, you might have an infestation of bugs just coming out of nowhere, right? And you're dealing, this is spiritual because whenever you hire an exterminator to come out and exterminate your place, the bugs never go away. And that is because these are monitoring spheres sent inside of your household, right? So if you never pray and ask God destroy these monitoring spirits that are now showing up at as an infestation of bugs. If you never say that prayer, then you just wasted money, right? You just wasting money, and the bugs will continue to appear. Okay, sickness, will hit your body. I remember when the enemy attempted, like their first attempt, I came down with COVID. My children, like my whole household, came down with COVID at that time. We were very, very sick. Um, it was bad. Okay, but sickness will hit your body. You might even have, bad thoughts, negative thoughts. You might start thinking about the S word, taking yourself up out of here. You might even, come up under financial hardship, because again, the enemy's goal is to remove you, is to take you out of here. Okay, so they gotta, it's like the enemy shutting down your whole entire life. The enemy is subduing you. That's what I just heard the Lord say. The enemy is subduing their victim. Okay, um, other signs that'll let you know that there's a destiny transfer attempt in place. You will see the counterfeit looking like you, wearing their hair like you. They might, because the evildoer counterfeit will monitor you, so they would listen to you. They would study your every move, and then you would even hear this counterfeit saying some of the same words or teachings as yourself, right? They might even try to, start imitating you, sounding like you. They would steal your information and try to act like they came up with it, right? So these are just clues, signs, and let you know the enemy is behind the scenes at these evil altars attempting a destiny transfer. Another sign of an attempted destiny transfer is if you are being gang stalked. Now, again, the people that's gang stalking you, whether they know the real motive behind why they were sent on assignment or not, if they don't understand or know, the real reason why they were dispatched out by the witch or the warlock or Satan himself, it doesn't matter, because gang stalking falls up under destiny transfer attempt. Everyone involved in trying to steal your destiny, everyone involved in coming up against God's chosen one, is coming up under a curse, whether they know it or not. Everyone who had a hand in it, their life is going to be cursed. I got to put emphasis on this, okay? So when the enemy start gang stalking you, if you start seeing people teaming up against you, they just not liking you for no reason, all of these are signs that you're dealing with a destiny transfer attempt, okay? Um, and it's something bigger at play here. The enemy will also try to destroy you. Okay, the enemy will try to destroy your business. Whatever you build for the kingdom of God. That's another sign to let you know a destiny transfer attempt is at play. Um, your prodigal, will put you in positions to be embarrassed or humiliated. Okay, this is another tactic the enemy uses to steal your destiny. Okay, and again, whether your spouse know it or not, because when we're dealing with prodigals, they up under that reprobate mind, and they doing things they ought not to do. But whether they know it or not, the minute you put your mouth or you touch God's chosen one, God is going to deal with them. Okay, the enemy was begin to block communication between you and your spouse. Okay, if your spouse is ignoring you, avoiding you, right? Let's say you was reaching out even after God put y'all in a divine separation, but your spouse isn't responding. These are all signs and clues to let you know there's a destiny transfer attempt in place. Okay, a destiny transfer attempt is something you have to understand. It's more signs, okay, to this. We got to understand what a destiny transfer attempt is, how the enemy goes about trying to transfer your destiny. We really got to understand is what happens to the enemies who are at the altar. You know, you got to understand the whole reason why God put both spouses in a divine separation, because it's changing that destiny transfer attempt. Evildoers changes God's original plans, okay, for these two individuals' lives. And when you come in between God's plan, He about to deal with you. So I'm gonna just stop right there because there's a lot of signs, of a destiny transfer attempt. But the biggest sign is when the enemy is coming for you. You will know that the enemy is attempting to transfer your destiny, because God, number one, will begin to alert you. God will begin to press upon your spirit. You need to pray, or He might tell you you need to go on a fast, right? Because God already know what the enemy is plotting up at these evil altars. So God is trying to alert you. This not the time when God alert you of a destiny transfer attempt. This not the time for you to be in your feelings concerning your prodigal. You have to take heed to this alert and begin to wonder, well, why God keep pressing me every single day in prayer and fasting, because God see what you don't see. God understand this thing right here has the potential of taking your life if God allows it, right? So we gotta, just be in tune with God when He is prompting our spirit and telling us, pray, 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 go on a fast, and do this and do that. He's telling you this for a reason, okay? But a big indicator to let you know the enemy is attempting to transfer your destiny is when your life come under attack. When the enemy tries to take your life, and the enemy will try to take your life more than one time. This is why we stay in prayer. This is why we fast. This is why we live an obedient lifestyle, because when you are activating the right principles in the Bible, God will fight on your behalf. God will protect you. God would dispatch out His angels to war against every power of darkness on your behalf. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there. I am Tequila Coleman. I'll talk to you real soon. Take care.